Three blocks for today's workout again, starting with some lateral lunges. Lateral lunges, we're going to go for 10 on each side. It's kind of as I'm always saying here, movement probably could be better, but I'm honestly half asleep in this video. The leg that I'm landing on, I want to land with a kind of a good solid landing to the heel or the sole of the foot. Like I don't want to be up on my toes. I want to sit back into it a little bit. So ideally, if you're kind of sectioned off that, which is actually my left leg at the moment here, with a bent knee, it will be more or less in a squat position, which I know is a very obvious thing to kind of mention, but I think a lot of people tend to really come forward or they come up on their toes, or they're not like sitting back into it enough. So we're going to go for 10 on each side on this one. When that's done, then we're going to just look at some glutes and posterior chain work, glutes, and then onto some hamstrings. So we're back onto the frog pumps next. With these ones, I'm going for 20 repetitions. I know last week we did them, and Brett Contreras saying kind of sets of 30 to 50. But I find I'm kind of getting more used to these, and actually getting my glutes to I've trouble recruiting my glutes efficiently in certain positions. Notice why I didn't say firing. I'm very careful. A lot of people are getting quite precious and pedantic about saying glutes firing and not firing these days, which I kind of understand, but probably more important things to be worrying about. But yeah, frog pumps, there we are. I'm going to go 20 then. Keeping a bit of tension the whole time, they're not resting on the floor at any stage. So onto my long lever bridge. I'm going to try and do a single leg variation this week. So a single leg variation, I'm going to shoot for 20 seconds each side. If we're having both feet on the floor doing the double leg, bilateral variation, we're going to go for 40 seconds. So just the same time overall. But either we're going to do 20 seconds one side, 20 seconds the other side, or else 40 seconds both sides. Squeezing my glutes here, you'll see actually my hips are off the floor, but not that much off the floor. Probably a little bit stronger on my left side. Again, the joys of being a human, asymmetries. So I'm trying to dig my heel down, squeezing my glute, but it's the hamstring I'm trying to really engage here as well. So we're going to go 3 rounds for this block. The lateral lunge, onto the frog pumps, and then onto the long lever bridge. Block B, rolling tricep push-ups. So again, I think at the beginning of all of this, we all want to get good at various or multiple bodyweight movements and gymnastic movements, but then reality kind of kicked in, and it's quite a long task really in terms of gaining proficiency, I guess, in bodyweight movements. So simple progressions. I'm just trying to add 1 repetition onto these that I did, or one more than I did last week. So shooting for 7 reps there. If you can't do them, just try a standard push-up. Just work the edge of your ability. When that's done, we're going to do the shoulder touches, so core work here, bear position. I want to keep my shins more or less parallel to the floor, so my knees aren't too high here. I'm trying to, obviously there will be a bit of shifting of weight side to side, but I'm trying to minimize that. Brace through my midline. I'm going to go for 5 touches on each side on this one. Going to watch ready so I can time the next one. I'm just going to do a side planks, nothing fancy here. If you want to do some hip abduction, you can, just lifting the top leg. Otherwise, you're going to do a standard, the old classic side plank. We're going to go for 30 seconds each side for this. And there'll be our 3 movements for block B. Rolling tricep push-up, bear position, shoulder touch or hip touches, and the side plank. The final block, we're going to start with the curtsy lunges. Again, I'm going for 10 each side here. If we're struggling with these for whatever reason, we can just do like a reverse lunge instead. Again, whether we're doing the reverse lunge or the curtsy lunge, I want to make sure that that front foot, the sole of the foot, stays on the floor. Certainly my weight's probably shifting to the edge of the foot here, but I'm making sure my big toe and my heel stays on the floor as well. I'm not coming onto the side of my foot. Although maybe it doesn't look like it on these ones, I'm trying to make sure that my hip stays facing forward as much as possible as I step down. I'm not twisting my trunk or my hips out to the side. So the next one is just our marches, and these can be kind of hit and miss for people. I think sometimes people tend to blast through these too quickly. There's a few things going on here. Again, I'm probably at the edge of my ability here. I probably could do better having the weight at my chest in a goblet position. What I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to lift one knee to about hip height and then alternate. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep a steady cadence or a steady tempo. I'm not trying to go too fast with this. If I go too fast, I'm going to lose the whole purpose of the movement. I'm trying to keep my core active here, so I'm trying to stabilize or steady through my glutes, keep my rib cage and my chest down. As I'm switching feet there, I'm trying to minimize the shifting of left to right or right to left too much. So there should be a lot of core in this. Again, it defeats the whole purpose if we try and rush through this. We have to take our time, really try and stabilize before we lift the knee. So when that's done, then last piece, just going to have a quick look at the Copenhagen Plank. And again, history of MCL. I was going to say issues, but I've torn off an MCL completely, so I suppose at the very least issues. What I'm doing here is to make sure there's probably a bit more of my shin or my leg on the bench. Depending on how strong or capable you are, you might have less of your leg on the bench. If you're new to this, you can even suggest bending your knee and having your shin, the entirety of your lower leg on the bench. Okay, so again, I'm going to shoot for about 20 seconds here, so I'm not going to overcook this one. 20 seconds each side, and there's our 3 movements for block C. So if you're struggling with Copenhagen planks, an alternative is to do some band deduction. So working the inside of the leg here again, the adductors. There's not an awful lot of resistance in this band, but it's just give you an idea or more to demonstrate the movement. So again, rep range will be somewhere where you can feel the inside of the leg working. Trying to keep our hips neutral. I'm just using a table here for a bit of balance. So again, just another option or an idea if you feel that the Copenhagen plank is just too much of a jump currently.